have the first team reps from Shedeur Sanders. This is the first time I have proof Shedeur Sanders goes against the starting defense, completed 2 of 3 passes, and the one incompletion was broken up. Good. Hey, nah. And he finds his man Gage, right? So this is the second team offense against the first team defense.
Day 7, and guess who just waltzed into the Browns' first team reps like he owned the place? Shedeur Sanders. 1 second he's casually jogging onto the field, the next he's running the 11 on 11 drills like it's his personal QB1 audition. Veterans? Stunned. Coaches? Scrambling for answers. Haslam? Probably typing quarterback succession plan into Google. What went down today is going to have fans buzzing, analysts sweating, and at least one QB seriously rethinking his life choices. Shedeur didn't just show up, he completely took control.
Quarterback of the Cleveland Browns has dominated the Cleveland Browns training camp so far these first 7 to 8 days. Today they're off. Tomorrow they report back to camp at 9 o'clock a.m. in the morning, when Shedeur will take the field once again to add on what he have done since he been there. The other day he ran with the first team defense against the first team defense, but he ran with the second team offense. At some point, the Cleveland Browns got to come and talk to Shedeur about running with the #1 offense against the #1 defense. Because one thing I don't learn, family, you cannot hide Shedeur.
If you're enjoying, please subscribe to the channel, it helps more than you think. Day 7 at Browns camp, and what was supposed to be an ordinary practice quickly turned into the Shedeur Sanders takeover. One moment he's calmly sipping water on the sidelines, the next he's sliding into first team reps like he just received a promotion straight from above. No heads up, no announcement. Just Shedeur striding into the huddle with that energy that said, "Excuse me, but I'll be running things now."
Today they started with a full field 11 on 11s, and that was Pickett to then Shedeur with the 2s. And Shedeur actually had a really nice play on that one, maybe the play of the day, arguably the play of the day, where he found Luke Floria on sort of this crossing route across the field for 6, caught it, took it upfield for a touchdown as he beat the defender. Nice ball there, nice movement in the pocket from Shedeur on the play. Dylan Gabriel was the only quarterback, like I said, that didn't throw a red zone touchdown during red zone drills, but he got his fair share of reps today. He was second up in the split field red zone that they did, where Shedeur was on one field by himself and the other 3 quarterbacks were on the same field. That one went Pickett to Gabriel, and then they followed it up with Gabriel back to Pickett in sort of the second round of those. So once they sort of brought the...
And here's the part that had the veterans doing a double take. He didn't just make it through the reps, he completely owned them. The coaches? Left speechless, clipboards frozen midair. The veterans? Now looking over their shoulders like their jobs just got a little less secure. The fans? Losing their minds on Twitter in real time. And somewhere off to the side, you could practically hear Deshaun Watson blinking in Morse code, desperately trying to piece together what had just unfolded.
The first team defense, Flacco with the 1s winning against the second team defense. Was that more of Kevin Stefanski just shuffling things up in a way that he anticipated doing all week, or was that a result of Dylan and Shedeur looking good in practice and earning some of those reps against the first team defense?
Well, first of all, Dylan has already had opportunities with and against the first team offense. So it wasn't his first opportunity to do that. The new thing that happened yesterday was that Shedeur got a chance to go against the first team defense a little bit, and he did so working with the second team offense.
But let's back this up for a second. The Browns never drafted Shedeur. He wasn't even in their long-term plans. He was brought in as an extra arm, a warm body to sling passes while the real quarterbacks rested their million-dollar legs. Camp filler. A guy with a famous last name and a clipboard, nothing more. At least, that was the idea. But Shedeur clearly missed that memo. Every time he stepped onto the field, he sent one unmistakable message: he's not here to babysit. He's here to take someone's job.
Shedeur was asked during training camp, why does he think he isn't getting the reps with the first team offense when training camp first started? And
you know I can't talk about that.
no. And Shedeur's response was, it doesn't really faze me. You got to understand, we came all the way from a HBCU top to a Power 5 conference team, and now we're here. So my question to you is, what can you tell us about Shedeur when it's time to lock in and it's time
Hey,
to...
man, he's unflappable. We have been through so much as a family, as athletes, that he is prepared for everything.
By day 3, he was already throwing lasers during drills. Clean drops, tight spirals, quick decisions. It wasn't flashy, it was clinical. Like he was operating on defenders, slicing through coverage with surgeon-like precision. And every time the ball left his hand, the receivers looked more awake. Funny how that happens when the pass actually hits them in stride. Analysts started murmuring. You know the type. The ones who pretend to be shocked, but were already rewatching Shedeur's college tape behind closed doors. Suddenly phrases like pro-ready and underrated gem were getting thrown around like candy. One guy even said he looked more composed than Watson in the same drills. And then day 7 happened. First team 11 on 11s. And there he was. Not warming up. Not in a hoodie. Actually taking snaps with the starters. No drama. No announcement. Just boom, there's Shedeur, running the offense like he signed a secret contract overnight. The media tried to act chill about it, but their tweets were screaming in all caps.
Everybody was saying, everybody was reporting that Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders were the most NFL-ready quarterbacks coming out. Everything about Shedeur Sanders was that he does what Kevin Stefanski's offense does really well. He could go play action. He has an explosive arm. His skill set matched what the Browns want to do, and he was coined as an NFL-ready, pro-ready prospect coming out this season.
Now, let's be honest. You don't just hand out first-team reps to camp bodies. That's not how this works. That's like letting the intern run the board meeting. If Shedeur's getting those snaps, it means someone upstairs is curious. Someone's rethinking the depth chart. And someone else is probably sweating through their compression sleeves. And the reps weren't ceremonial. These weren't pity plays. This was real-time, full-speed offense. He ran a 2-minute drill like he had been there for 5 seasons. Audible at the line. Changed protections. Hit the tight end on a timing route so perfect it made the DB do a little spin. And when the pocket collapsed, he slid, scrambled, and still found the open man. Like clockwork. The sideline? Buzzing. Some vets were nodding. Others looked like they just saw their job security take a hit. And in the distance, Haslam leaned forward in his chair. Not just watching. Studying. You know that look. The I didn't expect to care, but now I might have to move some money around look. And here's the kicker, this wasn't a fluke. Shedeur's been that guy since Colorado. Yeah, people love to dismiss him as just Dion's kid with a fancy watch and a YouTube channel, but on the field? Different beast.
Shedeur didn't fall. He was pushed with a vengeance. That's what I'm talking about. He been showing up and showing out. He been working. You know what I'm saying? Keeping quiet. You hear me? Getting his hands dirty. Unlike Dylan Gabriel playing Fortnite, playing on Call of Duty. You hear me? Instead of focusing on the main goal, the big picture. You hear me? I'm talking about studying these offensive installs. That way you can be ahead of the game. But unfortunately, you are not that good anyway.
The stats were ridiculous. The poise? Next level. Under pressure, he didn't flinch, he dissected. Blitz in his face? Still threw dots. Pocket collapsing? He turned chaos into yardage. But of course, the NFL had to do its usual routine. Ignore the obvious. Pretend the intangibles don't matter unless you played in the SEC. Shedeur's problem? He made it all look too easy. He didn't scream. He didn't celebrate like a lunatic. He just read, processed, and threw missiles. And now the Browns, who thought they were just being polite giving him a camp invite, are suddenly in the middle of a full-blown QB reevaluation. Let's talk about Deshaun for a second. Because this part's important. The guy's got the contract. The guaranteed money. The theoretical QB1 badge. But here's the thing, NFL locker rooms don't care about contracts. They care about production. And when the backup's throwing sharper, commanding louder, and reading faster, that QB room gets real awkward, real fast. And don't forget Jameis. He came in thinking he'd get another shot. Veteran experience, cannon arm, you know the pitch. And then boom, Shedeur walks in and makes everyone's clipboard start shaking.
Get my apron ready, because it is time to give you the real testament. I've been waiting for it. I needed to see it in person, and I was ready. I gave you an assessment. I said 2 days ago on multiple airwaves, including Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, and these very airwaves right here on the barbershop, I said there was no quarterback competition. And then Shedeur Sanders said, hold on, give me my apron. Let me cook.
Day 7 wasn't just a performance. It was a statement. Shedeur wasn't just out there to look good. He was out there to prove that he belonged. That all the hype wasn't hype at all, it was underestimation. That everyone who thought he'd just fade into the background of some practice squad storyline was about to get publicly embarrassed. Even the DBs were getting annoyed. Every time he carved them up, they started chirping. But Shedeur? Cool as ever. Let his play do the talking. Once the players see it, they know. And once the fans hear about it, they demand it. And let's not forget social media. Oh, it exploded. Threads titled QB1, Shedeur Sanders, started popping up like conspiracy theories. Fans posting side-by-sides of his footwork versus Watson. Slow-mo breakdowns of his spiral. One guy did a film study comparing Shedeur's pocket reads to Mahomes'. Okay, that was a reach, but the internet doesn't wait for reality to catch up.
Look at the numbers. 70% completion rate. Mind you, the entire training camp, he has been fighting for reps. He has been on the sidelines for the majority of the Browns training camp. So to finally get in there today, and mind you, after coming to practice like an hour early, I know everyone saw the videos of him practicing, warming up, getting ready before anybody's out on the field. What is the obsession with tearing this man down? What is the obsession with not giving him a shot? Because the shot that I'm looking at, he is...
Meanwhile, Haslam's probably calling for a closed-door meeting. Like, okay, who invited Dion's son to accidentally hijack the quarterback room? Except it's not accidental. It's strategic. This is what happens when you underestimate a guy who's been preparing like he's already in the league. The real problem for the Browns now? Shedeur isn't going away. He's not fading into the background. He's too good, too calm, too ready. And if they try to stash him on the practice squad, some other team is going to scoop him up before the ink dries. The locker room sees it. The fans feel it. And if the Browns front office doesn't see it soon, they're going to be the next viral meme, how to lose a franchise QB you never knew you had. And here's the delicious irony. Everyone thought the biggest story from Browns camp would be Deshaun's redemption arc or Jameis' comeback tour. Nope. Instead, it's Shedeur walking in with a chip on his shoulder and casually tossing bombs while the starters block for him. By the end of practice, you could feel the shift. The energy changed. Coaches weren't just watching Shedeur, they were leaning in. Assistants taking notes. Cameras zooming in. Other players quietly nodding like, yeah, this guy's real.
Practice ended just a little bit ago. Here he is warming up before practice. This was about an hour, 40 minutes prior. Just getting loosened up, limbered up, greasing the wheels, getting things ready to rock and roll. He's made some moments today. We'll talk about the other quarterbacks too.
And you know it's serious when the water boys stop what they're doing to watch the reps. Shedeur didn't demand respect. He commanded it. With throws. With reads. With poise. With presence. Not by yelling or overhyping, but by doing exactly what NFL quarterbacks are supposed to do, run the show. He didn't flinch. Not once. While other rookies show up to camp acting like they're on a nervous first date, Shedeur Sanders walked into that huddle like it was his living room. Chin up, sleeves rolled, vibes locked in. He didn't need to prove anything, he just started running the offense like someone had handed him the keys weeks ago. No hesitation, no panic, no wide-eyed rookie jitters. It wasn't fake it till you make it. It was more like make it, then dare someone to question it. And oh, he was correcting routes too. Like, actual veterans' routes. One wide receiver ran a lazy curl and Shedeur calmly pointed out the angle like he was grading film mid-play. He called audibles, plural, not because the OC told him to, but because he saw something. The offensive line listened, adjusted, and executed like he was already on their group chat. That's not normal. That's not even fair. Quarterbacks aren't supposed to take control of a pro offense like this until at least season 2, or after at least one career-threatening injury. But here he is, day 7, running the show like it's a Netflix reboot called QB1, the Shedeur Cut.
If that doesn't tell you all you need to know, like the idea of him, I hear some guys, even on this radio network, talking about he should be the starter from day one. You're not going to be the starter from day one, Kelvin, if you're not even getting reps with the first team. Let's just be honest, okay? And this is a clear sign of where the Browns are thinking. Like, the idea that he's not getting any, and wasn't it just Flacco didn't even get any reps, right? And
limited.
Yeah, he could have got in there, or maybe got a couple. Like you don't have to go and give him all the reps, but no reps at either one of the voluntary and the involuntary. Not like no first team reps.
This wasn't swagger without substance. It was confidence with receipts. That rare mix of calm, command, and cocky smirk that only shows up when someone knows exactly how dangerous they are. You don't teach this. You can't fake it. Shedeur wasn't trying to impress. He knew he belonged. The Browns might have brought him in to fill reps, but he's flipping the script faster than Deshaun Watson can say I'm still QB1, right? And if you think this was just a good camp day, bless your delusional heart. This wasn't a flash in the pan, it was a warning shot. If Shedeur gets one more round with the first team and repeats this performance, it's not just he might make the 53-man roster. No. It becomes which veteran QB is about to start casually updating their LinkedIn. The Browns QB room just got thrown into Hunger Games mode, and Shedeur's not playing nice. He's the rookie who doesn't care about pecking orders. He just wants the throne. The internet? Oh, it imploded in real time. Browns Twitter split into factions within minutes. One side screaming, it's just a fluke. The other side already photoshopping Shedeur into the week 1 starter graphic. Reddit threads turned into therapy sessions.
I know y'all see that boy Shedeur showed out today, right? Man, just the other day he went up to Miles Garrett. He was like, hey, why don't you get some reps? He like, what, tight end or something? And that's like, no, partner, get your butt in defense end. I ain't scared of you, punk. No, he didn't say all that, but for real though. Now, that was me. I be thinking that, in my head, but I wouldn't say it out loud. But anyway, did y'all see that boy today? Man, that boy showed it. Hey, you know what? Second team gets the first. And did y'all see what Miles Garrett was way out there? And now 71, he did kind of false started. But hey, we don't care. Shedeur just delivered that thing.
And don't even get started on Colorado fans. They were already in Cleveland threads before practice ended, commenting, we tried to tell y'all, with Dion gifs and 3-paragraph I told you so rants. You'd think Prime himself was about to show up in a headset and aviators. And of course, NFL analysts suddenly forgot how evaluation works. They started pulling out phrases like it's just practice and let's see how he handles adversity. But Shedeur executes real plays against real defenses with real pressure, and somehow, that's just a nice moment? Let's be clear, the league better wake up. Shedeur Sanders is not a cute story. He's not here for camp claps and mentorship selfies. He's here to win. And he's doing it without begging for attention. The NFL didn't pencil him in for 2025? Great. Because he's here to erase the plan. Rewrite the script. Flip the playbook. And if this is what day 7 looks like, then strap in, because the rest of camp just turned into a live-action thriller, and Shedeur's got the lead role.